Welcome to the next episode of the Darchives podcast. I am SP, and joining me as always is...
Yeah, I'm Colton. Today we're going to talk about cults.
Boy, oh boy, you said you have a definition for a cult you'd like to...
Well, yeah, I wanted to get a definition between the both of us. Not like I don't have a dictionary definition, but just to be clear what we're talking about. I think a cult is a religion that is designed deliberately to control. Like, that the owners were aware that it was fake. Like, not people who believe something and they tell everyone else, but rather something that the people who started it don't actually believe. That's how I differentiate.
I want to go a little bit deeper than that and say that some of them do fully believe what they're preaching.
Right.
And that some of them are just actually crazy.
But then how do you, well then what?
Based on the idea of, like, you know, what we consider like a normal religion versus what looks like it actually came out of a science fiction novel. Kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
I've got some shit, my boy. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. I'll do Scientology first. Okay. So what do you know about Scientology?
Only from that one South Park episode.
Oh really?
That is my limit, and then I know several celebrities are involved.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Is it Dark Lord Xenu?
Yeah, Dark Lord Xenu
is the Overlord, and
it's Overlord Xenu actually. But
Overlord Xenu is, and I know they believe their souls, like, from they're reincarnated, right?
No, but see, this is what you're missing, right? This is the shit that got out. That was the secret stuff of the cult that you got if you were a high enough rank.
Okay.
In the cult. Okay. So, what is Scientology to most people, as far as you know? The people who are in it, what are they? Do you know anything about, like, the day-to-day of Scientology?
I don't. I assume it's just. I assume it's just pumping money in, and they're like,
so let me tell you.
Rating
let me recruit you into Scientology.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Sign
so
me
this
up.
is how they recruit people into Scientology. They have a machine. I believe they're called Thetans.
Yes.
Thetans, yeah, Thetans, something like that. It is Thetans. So they have a Thetan detector, and what Thetans are is it's just like bad energy. So it's the generic aura that we're going to talk about in a lot of these cults. This generic bad energy that's there. And they hook you up to this machine. It's these two rods, and you just hold them. And then this little bar goes up. This little needle on like a scale will go up. They'll be like, holy damn, you're so stressed out and miserable right now. And then you're going to be like, yeah. And then...
Because that's how the American population exists.
Exactly, right. So then they're going to be like, we can set you up and get rid of all those bad Thetans for you. And then they take you into a room and they give you a personality test in giant quotation marks. That no matter what you answer, will come out with, you're a miserable, horrible person, and we can help you with therapy. This is the thing. Scientology doesn't present itself as a religion right out the gate, okay? It starts out as, New Age woo. So,
okay.
That's how you join, right? And what ends up happening is these therapy sessions cost a shitload of money, right? So they keep getting you to pay for more and more therapy sessions, and actually have a ranking. And people who are higher up on the amount of money they paid are literally above people in lower rank. It's all money. They do a lot of things cults do that I don't know if you know is a deliberate thing. Like Jehovah's Witnesses kind of do this, where they work you like 16 hours a day and make sure that you're giving all your money to the church and making sure that you're always tired. You're not allowed to have caffeine or coffee or anything. Specifically because once you get your mind going, once you're not as tired anymore, you'll start thinking about it and you might get out. They turn people into human zombies.
Wait a second.
Yeah, well that's what happens. This is kind of a grim topic for a comedy podcast.
Yeah, whatever, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, so, and we're talking about one of Scientology's most fun exploits in a minute, but the general idea is it's generic woo, where it's just like, there's bad energy in your body and you have to get rid of that.
Okay.
But the reason it started is the actual founder of Scientology started it with a book called Dianetics.
Yes.
Which he was a science fiction author before he wrote this book. And he actually has some quotes that are... He has a quote that is, if you want to make money, start a religion. So like he's very
he's
very upfront about this.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Didn't he do it on a bet?
I don't know about that.
That was a
I don't
rumor
remember
I
that.
heard.
I think that's probably just like a fun little.
I think it's
say.
just a rumor, but it's one of those that I could see like we would do. Like, I bet you couldn't fucking make an entire religion.
Well, halfway through this episode, we're gonna make a cult together. I've already decided on that.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna design one.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've got a few names we can use here.
Yeah, I've actually wanted to check out Dianetics from the library because they have it there, and I really want to read all this shit. There's a lot of really crazy stuff in it. They actually go after celebrities. Like, it's all really deliberate. That they go after celebrities because they have power and money and they want these people. So, they'll deliberately target. Like, this is why, what's his name?
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise. He's actually a religiously significant figure in the actual faith.
I knew that.
Tom Cruise is the second coming, I believe, of L. Ron Hubbard himself. I think that's what it is. I think I learned that. I could be wrong, but they definitely view him as a very significant religious icon.
Yeah. Isn't Will Smith? I know he was at one point.
Yeah, Will Smith, I think, and what's her name?
Leah Remini?
Yeah, Remini. I can't pronounce names. But,
yeah.
Yeah, she wrote. I've watched her entire Scientology series. It's really good. She talks about getting out of Scientology. It's incredible.
Wasn't John Travolta, or is still?
I don't even know if John Travolta's still alive.
I'm fairly confident John Travolta's still alive. He's just...
How do you know?
Because I'm pretty sure he's just trying to recover after the whole, like, he accidentally sucked a dude's dick in a bathroom.
Dude, did he do that?
Yeah. He did it, and then he was like, no, I didn't. And then the guy was like, no, you totally sucked my dick, my dude. And he was like, well, I didn't know it was you. As if that made it better. And then he's dropped off the face of the planet.
It was a feminine penis.
It was a very large clit looking thing.
Yeah, you can't judge, dude.
I mean, so one I thought you would very much enjoy.
Yeah.
As somebody who hasn't watched Parks and Rec, correct?
I have watched only the cutouts of that one very manly man.
Ron Swanson. Okay,
Yeah, that
perfect. So I found one called the Aetherius Society.
Say it again?
I found one called the Aetherius Society. Have you heard of these guys?
I have not.
So it began in the 1950s in England, and their beliefs center around, and this is why I said out of a science fiction novel, around cosmic masters. Cosmic masters from Venus and Saturn specifically. I assume because Venus is effeminate, typically.
And Saturn is masculine.
Yeah, typically. And their plan is to spiritually change the Earth through their beliefs.
Scientology does this too. And I'm going to keep bouncing back to Scientology as a talking
because
there's so much.
That's like the big murder cult.
Well, yeah, but the thing with the Scientologists is that relates to that specifically is they believe they are like the chosen ones, sort of. They believe that the rest of the world really needs them to save the actual world right now, like they're in the novel of some sort.
This one gets better though.
Yeah.
They fully believe that they are simply waiting for the next master to arrive. Now, they never said how many masters there are, but they're waiting for the next one.
Dude, this is Avatar. Are you tricking me? Did you just rewrite all the names in Avatar?
It gets better.
Yeah.
He will come to us on a flying saucer with power that equates to more than the entire materialistic combination of all of man's armies. Meaning we put all our power together, we all decide to work as one human race against this thing. We're like nuking the fuck out of him, dropping bombs, shooting him up, nothing.
So wait, the religion believes he's not coming in peace? He's like well armed?
Apparently. So they have to be spiritually cleansed, and he's the rapture. He's gonna be the rapture, basically.
Except he's just a dude.
No, he's the next master. Don't you dare just call him...
But he's still a dude in a flying saucer with weapons and buttons and stuff to press.
He's Marvin the Martian.
Yeah. Yeah, like he's not...
Where's the earth-shattering kaboom?
You know, he's not... He's just some guy in a flying saucer, right? So, like...
Just some guy in a flying...
Yeah, he is!
It's some redneck-ass motherfucker that killed the alien. He's like... Well, damn.
Well, the thing that I like about this cult is it's not like we'll just know when the next master arrives. Because you will. Like, there's not gonna be someone who can fake that.
Yeah. No, you're gonna fucking know.
You'll know.
Like you could be off the
so
fucking
that's
grid.
fine. I'm more okay with that cult, because, like, because it's not gonna happen, or if it does happen, they were right.
There's no in between of, damn, I wish I could find out if they were right.
Yeah.
It's a definite, like, yes or no.
Yeah, exactly.
Another fun one, and I actually learned about this one a long time ago when I was still in high school.
Right.
But I'd never had a name for it, but I specifically wanted to talk about it. It's the Church of God with signs following.
Is that the Church of God, but exclusions may apply?
Sort of. Church of God, please read all terms and conditions before
Yeah,
signing.
that's what it sounds like.
Kind of, though.
Yeah.
Is actually what it is. So it's, I believe it's an Episcopalian belief. It's actual Christianity, but with some batshit insanity thrown in.
Well, I mean...
Hold on.
So wait, like Pentecostal, like talking in tongues, or like worse than that?
It includes talking in tongues, my friend.
Well, that's good.
It goes deeper.
They're really hitting all the bases.
They believe that God will protect them, as most religions do.
That seems... yeah.
That God will protect them to the point that during their services they will drink poison. They will drink poison.
Because it's not dangerous.
Because God will protect them, because it's not their time. And they will also... These are the snake handlers.
Oh.
Anytime you hear...
wait, I need to go back to the drinking poison thing. Because there's a lot of things that won't kill you, but, like, why do it anyways, you know? Like watching...
To prove
watching an Adam Sandler movie. Or listening to Nickelback. Like, just because it won't kill me, and I'm pretty sure that whatever benevolent forces in the universe will protect me from that, doesn't mean I'm gonna go do it over and over.
But you have to prove your faith.
Is it? Oh, so it's like...
How can you prove...
So it's evolutionary. So it's saying that, you know, if Edith Ann beside me dies while drinking this poison as part of this ritual, it's because she was bad. It's a good thing we got rid of her.
Her faith wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, we got her.
But these are the people you see, like, anytime they're like, oh, there's some snake-handling motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They're holding poisonous snakes and just letting them crawl over their body for the belief that God will protect them and these snakes will
How
not
does
bite
this
them.
cult last?
I assume by having leaders who don't involve themselves. And I have to assume it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that episode of Gravity Falls with Gideon, where they like rig the system, kind of a thing, so that it doesn't, like, if it does kill you, oh well. I do have another fun one though that I think you'll enjoy.
Well, I'll go back to my Scientology.
Very
I want to
good.
basically bounce back and forth between Scientology because there's so many chronicles. Do you know about Project Chanology?
I'm sorry. I swear to God, if this turns into Chris Chan, I'm gonna fucking...
No, this is 4chan.
Okay.
We're gonna have a Chris Chan episode.
I was real worried that this was about to be the Chris Chan episode.
No. Project Chanology. Do you know about this? Okay, I mean, you probably gathered at this point, Scientology and 4chan are pretty much polar opposites.
Yes.
One is, like, complete freedom of speech and, like, you know, saying offensive shit just to be offensive and, like, complete individuality.
Chaos incarnate.
Everyone else is... Yeah, and Scientology is the order to that, where you're controlling every aspect of everyone's lives. Everyone is the same, no one is unique, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So they had a battle.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a battle, right? So this was a very... I know a good deal about this, right? So...
Is this what you do when you go home?
What do you mean?
When we figure out what next week's episode is gonna be, you're like, oh, hell yeah, here we go. And you just learn a shit ton about one specific topic.
Well, this one I already knew about. A bit. I knew a bit about. But the thing is... Okay, so let me actually pull up a timeline if your dog will move off of my lap. Say hello to the camera, Wesley, to the microphone.
Yeah, he's not feeling it.
They're gonna edit this out.
No.
It's very long.
No, I gotta keep this one in.
Why?
Because it's Wesley, dude.
No, but you've got to edit out this very long while I'm grabbing my phone and looking this up.
Nah, it's perfect.
Oh god, Phil Air.
How much do you know about Scientology? Like, what drove you to this?
I just find it fascinating that people believe a lot of this stuff. You know, I'm really into skepticism, and Scientology just seems so obviously fake that I don't understand how people believe it, so I went into that and I researched why do people believe this. And it's a lot of people being taken advantage of. So it's not that anyone in these cults, this is the thing about cults, is it's not that anyone in the cult is so stupid they fell for it. Everyone is capable of falling for this shit.
So it's the ultimate multi-level marketing.
Basically, yeah. It's like you're smart, you're awesome, and you're ambitious. You can still fall for this. You gotta stay vigilant when it comes to stuff.
They're gonna show up at your door.
They are.
They're gonna have diatonics in their
Project
hand.
Chanology. Let me get the timeline so I don't get all this wrong. This was basically the first time that 4chaners actually met in person, by the way. It was the first, 4chan meetup. Was to combat Scientology.
I didn't know they had meetups at all.
Well, they don't really have meetups, but now everyone uses 4chan. But back then, no one really knew how many people were on 4chan. So they organized some protests against Scientology for a reason I'm going to remind myself of.
That's...
Yeah, Project Chanology.
4chan is honestly scary to me.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Because, they are a unit. And it is awful that, people will be like, yeah, no, 4chan won't do anything.
So there was a video that was, anti-Scientology, and it had Tom Cruise in it or something. It was an interview with Tom Cruise, and there was a video talking about why Scientology is bullshit, and this was back when it wasn't so obvious. Not many people knew what Scientology was. Most people know because of the internet, or they live in the area in California.
Right.
So this was Scientology being exposed, and this video was there. So they tried taking it off, and they flagged the video on YouTube, and then it started popping up on these shitty streaming sites, Vimeo, stuff like that. Started silencing all of this. It was the what's that one effect where you take down videos so it pops up even more?
I know what you're talking about. I don't
Barbra
know
Streisand effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that's not completely right.
Barbra Streisand, please don't sue us.
No, I just hope that's not what if that's just some random celebrity's name, then I hope not.
That's, the Tom Cruise effect.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so...
Jonah Hill effect.
So they tried shutting all this down, and this upset 4chaners because they're all about the freedom of the internet and everything. They hate copyright, they hate all this stuff.
Yeah.
So this upset them, so they decided they were going to get back at Scientology.
Okay.
And the way they did this is the first appearance of the high orbit ion cannon, if you know what that is.
I don't.
Okay, so DDoSing.
Yes.
You know DDoSing.
Yes.
A bunch of people simultaneously ping a site, and it gets very slow, and then it shuts the server down.
Yeah.
This is sort of the first big DDoS attack. They built a program called the High Orbit Ion Cannon, which is based on a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Of course. It's based on a Yu-Gi-Oh card, right?
No, Kaiba. Here's my high orbit ion cannon.
Well, yeah, that's what. Yeah.
It didn't do
anything.
anything.
I think Kaiba used it actually. I know.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Welcome to the anime podcast.
I'm not a weeb. Okay. So the high orbit ion cannon is just this DDoS program that you click it, and you can just walk away from your computer, and it'll auto DDoS this thing. It'll send 1 million or so pings a minute per person, right?
Jesus Christ.
So they had all of 4chan doing these at once, which
so it just blew up.
Destroyed all of Scientology's websites for 2 weeks, I think, or something like that. And then they ended up doing protests and things. The protests might have come first. They met up. It's the first appearance of the Guy Fawkes mask that they all wear.
Oh God.
Because they were told to hide their face. Because Scientology will actually, if they don't like you, they actually stalk you. You know, they actually keep on record everyone that's ever said a bad thing about Scientology. They follow them through their houses, and there's stories about people they moved to different, Leah Remini's thing. She every house she moves to, she finds cameras in mailboxes and shit from neighbors' houses because they move in people. They actually use their funds to move people around to intimidate people.
Are we about to be stalked by Scientology?
I mean, potentially, but...
Good luck, bitch.
Don't say that.
Good luck, fuckers.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point. I think they're trying to maintain their public view. I think they know the internet doesn't like them now. But this was the first appearance of that. They basically did a whole bunch of operations to try and shut down Scientology and bring to light how awful they are. And the reason that it's significant is because it's, like I said, it's chaos versus order. It's like watching two idiots fight each other. It's very fun.
It's watching two idiots fight each other.
Yeah, it is. It's like, hey, let's watch these two morons just you know.
That is incredible.
It is. It's really good.
4chan is a force.
Yeah.
We really like take very lightly, but we shouldn't.
I mean, it's just an internet forum, right?
No.
No, it's
That's
not.
the problem.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, oh, dude, it's just a bunch of idiots like posting murder gifs. No, it's a weird amount of highly technically specified people.
Yeah, it's very, very skilled introverts with nothing better to do than collaborate on various projects.
Like, I was on a game giveaway one.
Yeah.
And I watched a guy who asked for like 28 games. One person gave him all of them.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy. If you post something on 4chan, it might just happen. It's like a wishing well.
It's like it just has to be negative enough, but not specified enough.
Oh yeah.
Is that where the "not your personal army" meme started?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Where it's people trying to exploit 4chan.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't really do that. It's like the waves of the ocean. You can't control it. You can predict it. You can utilize it. You can build around it and use this as a force of nature, but you cannot control it.
I remember there was a porn star or something like that. She went to 4chan to, like, get her old manager back. Like, because he did something really messed up, and she was like, if you do it, I'll pay you in nudes. And, like, every single comment was lol, bet. And it was just links to all her porn videos already online. And she was like, oh, well, you guys are fucking creeps, and then never came back.
Yeah. Have you seen the thing? I mean, we're sort of making this a 4chan episode now. But have you seen the theory that Taylor Swift is an active /B poster?
No, but I don't think it's a 4chan episode. 4chan is a cult.
4chan is not a cult.
4chan is a cult.
No, because it doesn't have any tenets.
But you just explained it. They want their own. They want free will. They want everything, and they encourage it.
Yeah.
But only on the right board.
What do you mean on the right board?
If you go to like /V and you go to the video game board, and you start posting stuff about like How I Met Your Mother, they're gonna tell you to get the fuck off.
Yeah, but that's by popular opinion. It's still it's democratic. It's still like, and there is a place to post anything you want, which is /B at any time. So they're not actually silencing anyone for anything.
I'd argue that they are in fact a cult.
I would argue that they are not.
But anyway, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is a 4chan user apparently. There have been a lot of posts, and people are linking these posts, and it's like,
the web is connecting.
well, it's that someone will post on 4chan and be like, if you could ask any famous, if you could ask one of the top 5 most famous people in the world anything, what would it be? And it's like, this post was also by the same user that posted this picture, and it kind of looks like her. And then there's another picture that's like the same user took on another post, and it has the same background that Taylor Swift used in one of her vlogs. Like, it's the same building. She posted once on 4chan something. Well, she posted something once on 4chan as like an image that was just a beach, and it had a tablet that had like some words. And then the day after, Taylor Swift posted the same phrase on her Twitter. So it was like, hey, it was just like, hey /B, what's up, or something like that. And then, but it was like a specific vocabulary, and it, like, actually, the next tweet that she did was like the same thing, but talking to her fans or something.
Interesting.
It's a very big, there's like an image macro of all this stuff you can just find as a JPEG or something.
Terrifying.
Next cult.
You'll love these. Very similar to what we were just talking about. The Wisconsin Evangelical Lutheran Synod, I believe is how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call them WELS for short. Again, they are evangelical, so they are a Christian-based community, but it kind of bleeds into Catholicism. But before you can ever enter the church, you are required to go through 4 years of trainings before you can ever attend.
What does this training consist of?
I believe it's just it's a generic, rite of passage kind of a thing. You go through, you learn the scriptures, you learn how they do things, you learn how services work and whatnot. But what makes it a cult is that you must pay tithes.
Okay.
And a tithe is it's a biblical idea, and it's the donation plate, and you're supposed to give I think it's like 10% of your earnings. Wrong. Not here. They want you to give 50% of everything
I
you
think
make.
I've seen this, yeah.
Everything you make needs to go to this fucking church. And on top of that, you are not allowed to believe or worship in any other aspect. So, like, say I was a part of this cult.
Right.
And somebody in your family passes away, and you're like, hey, it would just really mean a lot to me if you could come to the funeral and just kind of be there for me. I'm not allowed to go by this faith. I'm not allowed to attend. I'm not allowed to speak of it unless it is a WELS service.
You're not allowed to speak of it unless it is a WELS service. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, but that's pretty culty. That's not near as bad as some stuff.
Because everything else is prophetic of the Antichrist. Their beliefs are law. Everything else is the Antichrist.
So, that's cool. I think we're at the part of the episode where I want to design a cult with you.
Like you just said, fuck that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't want these episodes to be too long, and that was interesting. But I think that it's much more important that we design a cult right now, ground up.
Ground up. Here we fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I got a new sheet of paper.
Bottom top design.
Let's
Here we
go. Start it.
Okay. So, I mean, what do you think is the... Well, I think we need to get our goals
Alright,
first. Like, our goals, not the church's goals.
Okay, our goals.
Yeah.
Ours. Goals.
So that we can design the cult properly.
If we're building a cult, I want a personal army.
Okay, personal army, write that down.
I want an army of people that I could say, like, hey, this guy just really hurt us and hurt our beliefs,
That's good.
and he's coming after us.
Mhm.
Help me fight back. And then these people are gonna, like, fucking shower bomb his house.
Okay, so right now I'm feeling YouTube channel.
Ooh, I got a story on that one.
Not right now. Okay, so what I want, not really a personal army, more like I just want to see some people do some stupid shit. So write that down. Right?
Is this about to be the Johnny Knoxville cult?
I just want to see how far they'll go.
This is about to be the Johnny Knoxville cult.
Okay. So we've got our basic goals now. Let's build our mythos to make that happen. Like, why should they be your personal army? I would like to think because different ideas are poison.
But why are they poison? What? Like,
They literally make you sick. If you believe in us, you never get sick.
how do we back that up, though?
We kill anyone who disagrees. Wait, no, we can't do that.
We kill anybody that just fucking gets sick.
Well, when they get sick, then we do this thing, we do the cult thing. We do, oh, well, they just don't believe hard enough. And then we just punish them every time they're sick.
Or
Right.
we do the whole, like, oh, he's sick. He hasn't engaged in the sacred rites.
Ooh.
This-
So every time they get sick, we put them through a ritual.
We put them through
And
a ritual.
that ritual makes everyone's faith stronger because it's a ritual. Like, whenever people do stuff like that, it becomes part of their habit, you know? It
Yeah.
becomes part of their life.
And I'm thinking the sacred rites is what I would like to call them.
Fair enough.
Because that sounds prophetic and, you know, spooky enough that people can make. Oh,
But
damn.
it's spelled GHT. It's a legal document
Yeah.
that they have to read through.
Let me write that down real quick.
Yeah.
Sacred rites.
Yeah.
I think it's the most cult-like imagery we can muster before we officially cross into a cult.
Oh, and then once you get into the cult and the deeper levels, it's just normal, like, office life.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm talking like where you approach a dark, unmarked building in the middle of the night, into a candlelit room,
Uh-huh.
full of people wearing hoods, surrounding like a giant bowl. But inside the bowl, it's just ink. They're not gonna drink it. It's for their pen so they can sign the papers.
Yeah, that's good.
And then as you rise through the ranks, you slowly lose the hood but gain a tie.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And the color of your tie will dictate where you fall in the community. We will be the only 2 black tie members.
Yeah, when we call the lower rankers, we call them hoodies.
Hoodies, yeah.
Yeah.
Hoodies, and then from there you graduate to a bow tie.
Uh-huh.
From a bow tie, you go, or not even that, you get a clip-on bow tie.
Okay, so this is how we, like, sort of enforce it in, like, this structure, right? So that's sort of the structure of it. what are like the spiritual beliefs other than like the obvious shutting out of other beliefs? Like who are we the messiahs?
All right.
Uh-huh.
There's two ideas we could do.
Uh-huh.
Either, well, obviously there's two. Either we are the messiahs.
Right.
Either both of us are the messiahs. One of us believes the other is the messiah, and thus he is to be held to a higher standard.
Oh no, we're like, you know the two door people at heaven riddle.
Is that the one where it's like one will always? Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah.
In the cult, and they don't know which one of us is telling the truth. And in order to get into heaven, they have to, before they die, figure out which one.
But they can only approach us once they have a certain level of tie.
And they can only ask us yes or no questions.
Well, but see, that's really easy to get around.
What do you mean?
Because then, like...
Because they don't know they know the answer to the riddle. They Google it.
Or, like...
Yeah.
I hold up a pink pen.
Yeah.
Hey, is this pink? No. Is this pink? Yes. Alright, he's telling the truth. Do I get to go to heaven now? There's too many ways around that.
Oh, you're right, because it doesn't have the door aspect. Huh.
There's too many ways around that.
Except... Never mind. What I just said doesn't make any sense.
They have to ask about the sacred doctrines.
Yeah, so we're normal people in all respects, except we disagree on every level of the sacred doctrines.
Yes.
But both of us acknowledges that the other could be right. That way they all know that this is part of the game we've made.
Yeah. The game. We don't tell them it's a game. No, this is how we start our ARG, Colton. It's you and me. We start building a cult now.
Yeah, so one of us is the Messiah, one of us isn't. We're not going to reveal who, but it's totally me.
Oh, obviously.
Obviously.
Because the Messiah is never the outspoken one.
Right.
Except
so we're getting this information from God, or like some aliens, or we have like DNA with memories in it.
Cthulhu, but it's spelled differently.
No, we can't do that.
Oh. we have DNA with memories.
Be real, Sean Patrick.
Yeah, how dare I?
Yeah, exactly.
I think aliens, but we have to like come up with the most generic description of an alien that's not just a gray.
I was gonna say a gray.
Yeah, not that's too easy. A little bit more than just big head, big eyes.
What about the like every alien is human thing that's in Star Trek? Where, like it's just a person, but he's an alien.
I hate that so much.
Yeah.
It still seems too simple. I take it back. Wesley is the new leader. Wesley's the Messiah.
Okay. No, Wesley is God, and one of us is the Messiah that interprets him correctly.
Yes.
Wesley's the dog that we have. He's a dachshund.
Yeah. He's very fat and he's very sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably my best friend, really.
Ooh. That hurts. Okay, so what have we got so far? We have sacred rites. We like ties a lot. Wesley is king. God king. There's no pantheon other than that, right? Like, he's the one true god.
Yes.
Okay.
No other gods before him.
Exactly, there we go.
Should he pass from this mortal coil, the religion will disband, as life has now lost all meaning.
But he won't, because he's God.
Yeah.
Good.
But we always have that fallback of, because people are always going to go like, oh, what happens when the stupid dog dies? Then the religion disbands, life has no meaning.
Which means you better get in on this now, it's a limited time offer.
Yeah, because, and then after that, we just enforce nihilism.
Wait, so when he dies, he never existed. Nothing matters anymore.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
The universe has hit its halt. We will no longer grow as
We're
a
not
race.
real after that happens. We're just machines.
It's like in the Matrix when Neo finally unplugs.
And the world sucks.
Yeah, we just exist.
When Wesley dies, we just can't do anything. We just exist.
That's it.
Oh, that's right. You're God. That's right. Oh, it's pretty sweet.
He is. He's pretty legit.
Okay, so there's that.
What are we calling it? Because we can't just like cop out and call it Wesleyism.
The Wesley Perogative.
The Wesley Perogative.
And it has a list of rules that Wesley wants you to do before he dies, which he won't.
But only we know them.
Well, yeah, we interpret them differently. So we tell people basic ideas. He really likes suit and ties, and he hates hoods, which is why he makes the scum wear hoods first.
Yeah. Do we do the Scientology aspect and have you live on our campus?
Oh yeah, it's except it's not like a campus. It's more like an abandoned hospital.
But we didn't even try to clean it up. There's still medical equipment everywhere.
Well, yeah, Wesley likes to play with the stuff.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want us.
He's a big fan of riding in wheelchairs.
Yeah, he is.
That's what this episode's called now, the Wesley Perogative.
Yeah. We need good names for every episode. Okay, so we got a personal army but I really want to see them do some silly stuff. So, like, what are some basic rites and things that we have to do?
I think...
Because there's got to be, like, stuff like, not like, oh, someone's in trouble, let's do this ritual. Like, there's got to be, like, daily stuff that if you don't do, your soul is bad and Wesley doesn't like you anymore.
I think we do, like, the generic college movie of a kid joining a frat, and we just make them do, like, awful shit, like...
That's what I'm saying, but it has to be the same awful shit every time.
Yeah, you wake up every morning, 4:30 a.m. on the dot.
Okay.
And you have to take a sparkler. I'm riffing here. Take a sparkler.
Yeah.
One in each hand, one up your ass. Light all three, and you must run a mile before it burns out.
And what does this do to your spirit?
That is, the sparklers in your hands are meant to guide the spirits away. The one in your ass is meant to guide them out of you.
Ooh, that's good. That's really good. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling it.
Then you join for a group breakfast at 5:30.
Oh, PM?
A.M.
AM, of course.
You don't fucking eat until 13 hours if you wake up.
Yeah.
And then you cram the last 3 meals in.
Yeah, exactly.
Group meal depends on your rank. So we can really separate people out if you are a hoodie.
The higher up in rank, the more dog food it is.
I was gonna say the opposite.
Yeah,
I was gonna say you're a hoodie. You start with just plain oats.
No, because Wesley is the God King.
So you're a hoodie. You get like a gourmet breakfast.
Yeah, you do, because that's how we get people into the cult. Because they're like, this is sweet.
Yeah, a gourmet.
And
breakfast.
we are segregating, like the different tie colors aren't sitting together.
Oh yeah. No, not at all.
Because if they did, they'd realize that it gets worse the more they go on. But we promised them that it gets better in the next rank.
Yeah.
But every time it gets worse.
Yeah. Well, because by then, like, as they slowly start to transition, they'd be like, this is better. This is
exactly, yeah, they'll start to like it.
This is what it needs to be. So by the time they're at, like, a really, really dark blue tie, because it's not black.
Right. Because only Wesley gets to wear the black tie, and we get to wear black ties.
Yeah. Once we get to that point, they're eating just straight up fucking dog food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But see, we are at the point where we eat people food because we've crossed over that. That's the it gets better that we keep telling people.
Yeah. Well, because Wesley
crossed over.
He enjoys dog food.
That's
what he.
But he also enjoys pizza.
That's 90% of his diet is dog food. The other 10% are various scraps of food that I give him when I'm eating.
So how do we consult with the Wesley? Is there like a ritual for that, or do we just do it in a dark room and then come out and tell people what he said?
So one of us is always carrying him. And it'll switch day to day. Which I think will keep people on their toes as to who the true like speaker is.
Yeah.
So we swap day to day, and when we consult with him, we turn our backs to whoever we're speaking with, hold Wesley in front of us, and simply like, yes, all right, understood, got it.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done. And then you tuck him right back under your arm, making sure he's got 3 feet of contact, because he likes 3 little paws on contact.
He does.
And that's how you, that's our speaking, and then we deliver them the answer of our choice. So it would be like, hey, I was just curious, when do I rank up? And you allow me to consult. And you turn around and you be like, all right.
Wesley says, shut your fucking mouth and do your job.
Thy will be done. You go back to work, you fucking hood.
Ooh, you fucking hood. It already sounds offensive.
Those floors don't look clean enough to eat off yet. And you just hock a loogie and walk away.
Oh, yeah.
I think we need a closing song at the end of every day.
Do you want to do you have a little keyboard or something here?
I don't.
Oh, man.
All I've got is my ukulele.
You know chords?
I know some chords. We're not about to
Give me a chord progression.
We're not about to compose a song, but I think
we'll compose it and then we'll put it at the end.
The higher the rank you are, determines your weight in where the song lies. And I'm saying this, follow me. because every day we must have a new song.
If we don't have a new song, someone's getting sacrificed.
If we don't have a new song, Wesley, our Lord...
Wesley really likes songs.
Our Lord King Wesley, but he has an amazing memory. It's an impeccable memory. He remembers all. He's been here since the dawn of the universe. And he does not like repeated songs.
You can't even use like 4 measures from one song. Like you can't sample.
It's got to be entirely new, but he does enjoy covers.
He does enjoy covers.
He does enjoy covers.
You can do a cover, but only once per song, and only
Yes.
one cover per week. Everything else will be original.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe.
Covers.
I believe. But the thing is, the entire group must know all the words by the end of the day.
If one person messes up, this goes back to the parenting method I did in episode 1, which is if one person messes up, they are all punished.
Yeah.
That way, there's enough pressure from their peers as well.
You know what we're describing? Fight Club.
In what way?
This is straight up just Fight Club.
No, it's not.
Where we're making the self-policing force that
2 personalities are in charge.
that 2 personalities are in charge
Yeah.
with very conflicting ideas.
Yeah.
They have to do obscene tasks given to them by the 2 personalities in charge.
With the trust that there is a plan behind it.
With the trust that there is a plan. This is basic. We're making the plot of Fight Club, but about Wesley.
That's good.
Yeah.
How do we keep them? Because like the Fight Club was starting with a fight. How do we recruit new members other than just having this really scary building?
Look at this dog. All right, come on, follow us.
Okay, yeah, that's a good recruitment method.
Cause look at him, dude. I'd join a cult for Wesley.
I would. He looks like he could be. Can we put him in a little Emperor Palpatine robe?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
There we go.
His holy chambers will be kept dark because that's how he likes things, and very warm. He's a very cold boy.
I think that's the Wesley Perogative.
I think so.
I can't think of any other essentials.
Neither can I. Would you like to do these faker nuts?
I would like to do them. I don't have any.
Okay.
I figured it was just your thing. I decided that was just like our chemistry was you say things and I laugh at them.
Okay. So, 2 of these, 2 of the ones that are fake, I'll tell you are from TV shows, and you're gonna get one immediately.
Okay.
But it's not gonna be the first one. So, I'm gonna give them to you, and then I'm gonna describe their belief system. So we start with the House of Yahweh versus the Smiley Face cult. Okay.
Okay. Give me your fake description and the real one. Like, give me descriptions.
The House of Yahweh, they believe Satan is a female and has hands in every government official's selection.
In their what?
In their selection. It began, their belief, this is like a cult from like the 80s, was that by mid-2001, 80% of the world would be dead to nuclear devastation. Okay?
This is some John Titor shit where it's like, it didn't happen because we saved the world.
No, it actually didn't happen, so they disbanded.
Was the creator like, yeah, I was wrong, or did the creator like,
yes,
leave?
He was wrong, and he was so ashamed that he was wrong, he dropped off the face of the planet. I don't know if he's still alive.
Okay, this one is obviously real because you're so good at answering questions about it.
I can answer more on the other one.
Yeah, well, give me the
So the
fake
Smiley
one.
Face cult is centered around clown worship. Worship.
Of like the clown form or the clowns themselves?
Both.
Okay.
They are unofficially responsible. It's a large belief that they are the ones responsible for those clown sightings 2 years ago, because the leader has this weird fascination with like scary horror movie clowns.
This guy is not. I'm gonna say that the Yahweh one is fake.
You think the Yahweh one is fake?
That is true.
Wrong. The Smiley Faces one comes from American Horror Story Cult.
See, I don't watch TV.
And I changed some of the details.
I thought for sure that this was. I was playing Sicilian chess, man. You seen The Princess Bride?
Yeah.
I was like, you would think that I would think that. So that's why this one's fake.
All right.
I don't. Well, I mean, I still don't know why that happened. I thought it was a promotion for it, but then they were like, no, we didn't. We wouldn't. Do that.
Nobody knows why that happened.
Yeah.
It's very scary that
Cool.
that just happened. Some people still think it's like the one about thinking it was like a marketing campaign.
Maybe it actually was, but the moment it came out that everyone hated it, they like reeled back and were like, "This isn't us."
Some people still think it was just a stunt by American Horror Story because Cult was done.
Oh, American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Cult was done in a very like join us kind of way. But the next one, I feel like you're gonna get this one immediately. Is the religion of Chen Tao versus Reformed Neo-Buddhism.
Well, Reformed Neo-Buddhism sounds like what all these college students are high on right now, so I'm gonna say, give me descriptions, but I'm pretty confident in which one I'm picking.
Chen Tao believes that the universe is 4.5 trillion years old, and that the universe was created by nuclear war, and humanity will be saved by God coming from a UFO. There was a weird trend in cults that I researched of God coming from a UFO.
I think it's because of the period a lot of us were founded.
Reformed Neo-Buddhism believe that they can read minds, and that when they die, they mix their ashes into a soup and then vaporize it, and they're given the vapors. Their family is given the vapors.
Okay, what's this up one? Wait.
No, that was sorry, there was a switch. Reformed Neo-Buddhism believes they can read minds and vapors.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm very airheaded. So I'm pretty sure that the Neo-Buddhism one is the real one.
Again, Reformed Neo-Buddhism was the cult that Pierce followed in Community.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
I was really thinking you were gonna get that one.
I just know he was a level 1 wizard or something.
He was a level 5 laser lotus.
Level 5 laser lotus, and he had his cookie wand.
So, this one was the one I texted you that I was like, I've got 4 good ones and a dumb one. The Cult of the Flying Purple Penguin versus the Club Penguin Cult. Now, I did so much research into trying to find the Cult of the Purple Penguin because I saw this one online years ago and I could not find it. We're talking, I went like 18 pages deep in Google search results. Couldn't find anything on it.
Are you trying to convince me that it's real? Is this still a fake or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Their beliefs were centered around a flying purple penguin. There was only one. And that the man who ran it was positive he saw it on his trip to Antarctica. So it was centered around the belief that he believes this was a sign from God himself. So he led this religion to believe about the cult of the Purple Penguin.
Now tell me about Club Penguin.
The Club Penguin cult was theoretically a cult that existed within Club Penguin, that you had to do certain things to it to achieve, like a cheat code kind of a deal. But then once you were there, your avatar would be given a small hooded robe that only other cult members could see. There's screenshots online, you can look them up. And the idea was that you worshipped the Club Penguin.
The Club Penguin. As in the one, like the,
Yes.
that the game's named after.
Yes.
I'm gonna say Club Penguin is real. Club Penguin. Am I wrong again?
I have gotten you 3 for 3. The Club Penguin cult I just made up on the spot. The Cult of the Flying Purple Penguin, I remember...
Are you sure? I've seen pictures where Club Penguin people wear hoods.
They might. I don't know. Dude, I made that one up entirely.
Dude, what if it's real?
Shit. Club Penguin, are you going to start following us now?
So the Flying Purple Penguin, you said you can't find this?
Yeah, I searched for... I remember a long time ago, a friend of mine and I were playing around on the Wii web browser. Back when I first had a Wii. And we were like looking up stupid shit. This was when I first learned about the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Who, as we know, is an organized religion and not a cult. Which is why we won't be discussing him today. And he found this thing, and it was made in like GeoCities. Like, it was old school, like, web browser, but it was just like a plain white background with purple text, and he had all his like spiritual doctrines listed there.
I'm checking every single variation of this cult's name, and I can't find anything on the internet.
Good luck, dude.
It's only on the dark web.
Oh god.
I found the Cult of the Party Parrot.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Fuck me up.
It's just, you know that one emoji that's just a parrot moving his little head around?
Yeah.
It's just a website that's a lot of those.
Good. It's just 40,000 of them.
It's close.
So my last one is the Brethren versus the Community. The Brethren...
You wouldn't put in two community things, you silly.
No. The Brethren are a group who fully believe that the only way to achieve spiritual enlightenment is to be a man of yourself, basically. You have to grow all your food, you have to make all your clothes, you have to... Anything that you want material-wise, you have to make. You have to do it yourself.
Does this count as a cult?
Yes, because their beliefs say that once you accept it, should you accept anything from anything you didn't make. So, like, say, like, I'm dying in the middle of a desert, and this guy walks up to me and says, "Here, take this bottle of water." I drink that bottle of water, damned for eternity. It doesn't matter. I'm done. I can't recover anymore.
But... So, why... Never mind, do your other one, and then we'll talk about it if it's real.
The Community is a... is a branch of a Christian society. I gotta see if I can remember this one entirely. That basically turned into... They decided they wanted to live life by the Bible, but word for word by the Bible. As in, they wanted to live and experience church as it was presented to them in the book of Acts from the Bible.
Oh, the best one.
You know.
Yeah.
So that they're like, all their scripture does not take place before the book of Acts. They have a church centered around 1 AD.
Do they like... I'm not going to ask any questions. I think that the first one is fake.
They're both real.
You can't do that. I told you can't do that. Last time you tried that, I think that I told you can't do that.
Alright, well, then I just won't do it next week.
Whatever. That's why I fucking...
They are both real. Apparently the Community will hardcore try to, like, get people to join them.
Well, the reason that I thought that the first one was the fake one, because I didn't think that any individuality would be allowed in a cult. You know, like, get everything yourself. That sounds very unculty.
You, like, it's like solo communism. You work for yourself and yourself
Single
alone.
player communism.
Yeah. Communism.
It's
The
playing
RPG.
Rust with no friends.
Maybe that's why I thought Rust sucked.
Did you play Rust single player?
Yeah, I downloaded it and I was like, this game fucking sucks, dude.
Dude, you're not supposed to do that.
I didn't know that.
Whatever.
But yeah, the Community apparently will, like, very much like a multi-level marketing kind of a deal, pyramid scheme, will be like, hey, you want to go grab lunch? And then they'll, like, take you to somewhere, like, to their location and be like, join us for lunch.
Dude, that's pretty good. We should add that to the Wesley Perogative.
What? Kidnapping?
Well, I mean, inviting people.
Well, yeah. How else? Have you seen Wesley?
But, like, not telling them that it's a big, scary, evil building.
Well, yeah. Have you seen Wesley? That's what you do. He's sleeping behind you.
Oh.
So yeah, both of them are real. And the Community, if you want to do more research, I found them from a Reddit post, and people were talking about the 12 tribes community. Because their idea is that they want to have 12 tribes of people in 12 different locations, much like in the Book of Acts.
Oh, I have heard of that. That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that we're pretty much done. How do you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I think we're done for this episode. Any ideas what we're doing for next week, or are we doing the drawing from a hat?
We're gonna just it's gonna be a mystery.
It's a mystery as always. If you have any hate mail, please send it to P.O. Box 347.
That was not the one you gave last time.
543. Send it to any P.O. Box, really. We'll get it. We'll find
just give it to your neighbor. He'll know.
He'll give it to us. Because he knows the way.
He's part of the Wesley Perogative.
And why aren't you part of the Wesley Perogative? Thank you for listening. We're out.